Get ready for an unfiltered and uncensored listening experience.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing.
We have Helen Grace in the studio right now. Cheers, my guy. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, I'm kind of scared of drinking this, to be honest with you.
It's not going to kill you in that amount.
Damn, that's smooth though. Damn, that
I
is smooth.
I am so lightweight. I can feel it.
Goddamn. So we have a songwriter and musician, Helen Grace, in the studio right now. Um, out of my own personal ego, how would you rate my mini studio right here, right now?
Am I allowed to plead the fifth? No, I mean like it's comfortable.
That's good to know. That's
It's
good to
comfortable.
know.
It's cool. It's homey. You have snacks
Yes, sir. So, yeah, about that. Hoping that. Why you always bring a knife, my guy?
because what if we have snacks that you have to open for sharing?
That's a good point, but
Like
having a
like
knife,
right now.
true, but having a freaking knife that sharp might hurt someone or might hurt yourself, my guy.
I didn't realize that was what the bowl was for. I was
Yeah,
gonna. I
what do you
opened it
think?
like this.
What do you think about I'm handing you the bowl?
Well, because I always open like when it's for sharing. I open it
Fine,
like this.
fine.
My bad. Would you like to use the bowl? I can pour it into the bowl.
Nah, I don't like to wash the plates anyway.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, welcome to another episode of the Barellano podcast. For this episode, I'm with Helen Grace, the up and coming artist here in the Philippines.
Yep.
With that being said, we met on Lasal, Dasma, around
Yes.
2014, that time frame. 2015 actually. So you spent a year, I think, in Lasal.
It was like I feel like it's fairer to go by sems. I spent a sem in, a sem out, a sem in, a sem out.
True,
And then
actually
I just
true.
like left.
True. So you left. Where do you go to after Lasal?
After LaSalle, I went to Mint College. It was based in Taguig
Mm-hmm.
first, and then we moved campuses to Ortigas.
So why you left Lasal?
Why did
Because you know about this. Every time we have a class on Ma'am Hazel, we always talk about music. We're always talking about the greatest album of all time.
Yo.
Even we talk about Linkin Park, rest in peace, Chester.
Oh,
But
get into that.
but yeah, we talk a lot during college. So why did you left LaSalle?
Short answer is I left LaSalle because every class that I was in, it was like I want to be doing music. We would be like in management class, and I'd be like listening on headphones. 'Cause I didn't care about this. It was like because when I was in LaSalle, I was taking entrepreneurship, and I only took entrepreneurship as a plan B, right?
Mm-hmm.
To appease the parents.
Been there, yeah.
Because you need to have a fallback, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the entire time I was like, why am I working so hard and putting so much time and effort into a plan B when I could be putting this effort and time into a plan A?
True. Actually true. But mm, I think the more appropriate question, I think, why did you choose the plan B instead of going straight A? Because I'm
Mm.
glad that we met at LaSalle, you know.
Yeah,
So
I love the friends that I made from LaSalle,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. So I'm glad that you went to LaSalle. But why instead of going to Plan B, why didn't you choose Plan A
First.
immediately? Yeah,
Um, because
them since sinusitis.
if I were
Go.
to do my plan A, I would have to move, and my parents weren't very comfortable with me doing that. I was still very young. I would be like living apart from them, and that was also a scary thing for me. So I thought, okay, I'll stay here. I'll stay in Cavite. I'll work on my plan B. And then I was like, no, can I just move?
After a year in LaSalle, you just nah, I'm quit.
It's
I
like,
quit.
yeah, GG, see ya.
So how's your experience there?
In LaSalle,
No, no, no. I mean after LaSalle.
after LaSalle,
Mm-hmm.
I made so many friends. Like, even if I didn't finish, I haven't finished. Um, I feel like one of the most useful things I've gained from college is probably the network of people that we make.
True.
Like, that's the biggest advantage. That's where most people meet people to be able to start their businesses,
Mm-hmm.
to go on their own personal ventures and pursue their passions.
True.
And that's where it starts. So like right now
Mm-hmm.
in college, from college, I still have my circle of friends that I can call for if there's a prod. People that will willingly be runners. People that if there's a gig, I can hit them up and I'll have a singer. Even from LaSalle, if I need a singer, I can just hit someone up.
You still in contact with Jasper?
Oh hell yeah.
That's great. That's great. I think
We haven't
he's
talked
doing
recently though.
okay. Okay. So from there, um, how did your parents react?
To me being in music,
Yeah, or transferring from LaSalle, outside
oh,
LaSalle.
they
I
were
mean,
so worried, and with good reason. At that time, I didn't know how to do laundry. I didn't cook around the house, you know.
you don't know how to cook a fried chicken.
So, my culinary skills expanded to breakfast food. That was it. You know, toast, uh, chicken nuggets,
Chicken nuggets from breakfast to dinner. All
uh,
right.
instant noodles. I knew how to boil water. Okay, I could survive.
So when did you get that, you know, that itch to write the music or to be in the music
It
industry?
was always there.
Really?
It was always there. The only difference, the I feel like the catalyst for that like shift, was I started getting depressed. Like I started struggling harder with depression.
Why? Why?
Um, why? I don't know. At that time, like it was the best that I could describe it. It was like I was feeling demotivated, and then it turned into like physical exhaustion. I skipped PE entirely. I skipped things like, I don't know, marketing class
Yeah.
or accounting. Fuck, I hated accounting and I still do to this day. That is the thing that made me drop out.
Really?
Yeah.
God
Because if
damn.
I want to get that degree, then I have to finish accounting 3 and 4. And I cannot do accounting again.
True. True.
Accounting's fucking hard. Accountants have my full respect.
But what age did you start, writing music?
What age did I start writing
Mm-hmm.
music? I guess it was in high school I started, but it was like really bad. So maybe around 15, 16 years old, I started writing badly.
I mean, that's normal though.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
to get good at something, you have to
Yeah.
let yourself be bad at it
Yeah,
first.
yeah. You have to be a beginner first. You have to embrace that being a beginner mode.
Yeah.
So, I've always wanted to ask songwriters about this. Um, what's your process on writing music? Because some of the artists write poems first. Some of
Mm,
artists start as rhythm first.
yeah.
So for you, what's your process?
Um, in the past year, I have experimented with writing rhythms and melodies first. When I first started out, it really was writing words first.
Mm-hmm.
I was training to be a lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but sometime in my time at Mint in college, uh, I had a friend who I thought was a fucking amazing musician, and he told me write your melodies first
Why?
because that's how you make things catchy.
Really?
That's how you make shit catchy. That's how you build your flow and where the music is gonna take you. Because lyrics, lyric writing, and then music writing are two different concepts.
Mm-hmm.
One is with words. One is purely with sound. And so now when I'm writing, uh, I'll put on some instrumental and then I'll just hum or I'll flow just da 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 da
Mm-hmm.
na na da na 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 na. Oh, that's catchy. Let's try putting words to it.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
and
That's
then
cool.
it starts phonetically. So like na, that sounds like oh no. Okay, oh no. Sounds like lemino.
Yeah.
But then that like evolves into like self control.
Mm-hmm.
It evolves to I get high when I'm feeling so low. And you fit the words to match like whatever like that voice note says.
Oh,
To
that's cool.
like whatever your mouth shape is.
Mm-hmm.
And then it you for me that's where I go from.
Have you ever experienced in the middle of the night waking up to a tune
Oh hell yeah.
every time?
Not it's not like often. Usually it's like while I'm in bed, I'm trying to sleep, and then something hits me like, and then I'm like, okay, I'll pick up my phone. Okay, let's try to go back to sleep. And then it keeps going. It's like, fuck. Okay, let's go to the laptop. I'm not sleeping tonight.
Damn, I've read some articles that when artists do that, they sometimes come up with great songs. Sometimes they woke up and hear those recordings and feel like this is shit. Why did I record this one? Have you ever experienced that kind of you know um uh
Yeah,
feeling?
for me, it's not like uh it's less of why did I think this was a good idea and more of oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with my voice?
Is it sometimes the voice when you're waking up deteriorates the melody, or
uh
or it depends?
if I'm gonna sing,
Mm-hmm. No, no, I mean
definitely.
on the instances of waking up in the middle of the night and you want to record it for tomorrow's recordings. Does it mess it up?
As long as you can get like that base idea down,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's important because you can fix it later.
That's
You
cool.
know, getting the idea down is the most important thing. That's why people scribble notes. That's why you take it out. It doesn't have to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It just has to be down so that you don't forget it, so that you can return to it and maybe add it to something else. You can fix it. You can work it.
That's cool. So, um, what school did you went after LaSalle?
I went to Mint College.
Mint College. Did you learn something about on your uh music writing process? Because the reason why I ask, some of the artists that I know, when they go to a music school,
Mm-hmm.
some of them sharpen their skills, their talents.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of it they feel like they're wasting their time because they feel like my music process is much more better. So why am I wasting this time on studying rather than writing and perfecting my skills?
So for me, a lot of the bulk of my classes were business centric
Okay, that's a good point.
with like audio stuff mixed in.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think I only had one songwriting class, and it was just practice.
Really?
Like it was like the best way that I can describe it was we were given um a prompt or an idea to work, and we had to write around that. And so my process wasn't really defined in class. It was more
Mm-hmm.
of outside class with my friends. Cause I'm taking a music course, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
surrounded by musicians. We're jamming, we're feeling each other's vibes, and that's where it really evolves, is outside of the classroom. One of the things that Mint College really promotes and encourages among the students is collaboration and creativity.
That's good.
So you really learn to work with other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest things and praises that I can give Mint
Mm-hmm.
is like you learn to work with people. You learn to, and not just in your course and like evolve yourself, but with other courses.
Yeah, true. Because I think people underappreciate the fact that to to be successful in the things that you want to do, you have to really collaborate with other people
True.
that is better than you, that is great than you.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
like
mean?
we're music students, right?
Yeah.
Let's say we have to put up an event for a class. Why the hell would we make our own poster if we can talk to someone in MMA to make it?
True that.
If we need help marketing, like I mean, yeah, we're trained to do that, but we can get input from other marketing students,
True.
right? So, yeah, it's very very collaborative. And,
So, you've made a lot of friends during your college. How long did you spend in Mint?
um I took a couple break sems or break sems, break years.
Mm-hmm.
Um I guess let's see. When did I leave LaSalle?
You left LaSalle around 2016.
2016.
Yeah, yeah.
So 2016 up to I guess 2020 when yeah,
2021.
so 4 years.
Okay. So we we kind of took similar path because I left LaSalle around 2018 to do um uh projects, business stuff to sharpen my skills. To be honest with you, um, when you left, what project did you do afterwards during your break years?
During my break years were centered around finding mental health stability,
True, that is
emotional
important. Yeah.
stability. Yeah. So I started seeing a psychiatrist. I started
Mm-hmm.
medicating,
That's good.
and so that was what my break years were for.
Is that something that your parents push you to do, or is that something that you want to do?
That's something that I want to do and that my parents supported at the time until now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great story because not a lot of, you know, people of our age don't want to have that, you know, that psychiatrist because it has a stigma in it. At the
Mm-hmm.
same time, it's very difficult to embrace your mental illness because of their supporting system. They
Yeah.
don't have any supporting system around them. Um, with you, um, including with your parents, of course. How did you put music and your mental wellness intact? Because the reason I ask that because not a lot of people can balance it. That's one of the reasons why people committed suicide because they became so overwhelmed on some shit that they have, they tend to end it.
Well, I balance it by mixing it. So I write a lot about mental health.
Mm-hmm.
I write a lot about problems. Even like sometimes they sound like first world problems. Like like I have a song about medicating for mental health
Mm-hmm.
and admitting I don't want to be on medication. Like I hate the fact that my brain can't produce serotonin.
True. That's fucking sad, man.
Like if I
Yeah.
could
Mm-hmm.
do without medication, I fucking would.
True. True.
But yeah, I write. I use it as my outlet.
That's good.
It's cathartic for me to write about my mental health.
Mm-hmm. So, um, you're collaborating with your friends out of this moment, right?
Oh yeah.
So, have you guys ever come up with an idea of, um, let's start our band together, or or have an album together, that sort of thing?
um because I used to be a guitarist.
Mm-hmm. And
And
you're good friends with Jasper too, if I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
yes, I am good friends with Jasper.
Yeah. So, didn't you guys come up with the idea of let's start a band together, or even let's start to work with work together?
I mean, with Jasper, I don't know
No,
if it came
I'm
up.
not talking
Cause
like
but
Jasper only, but you know, with your friends outside of college.
eventually, like over time, like after leaving LaSalle,
Mm-hmm.
I realized I want to write more than I want to play guitar.
True.
And that was where I was like, there was this shift of I'm not gonna be a guitarist, I'm gonna be a songwriter. And somewhere in the pandemic, I experimented with rap. I'm like, okay, I can be a songwriter and a rapper.
I would love to hear that though. I think people in our audience would love to hear it though. You know what I mean?
Mm, I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm itching to get into the studio
Mm.
and record. I oh wait, I am allowed to curse here. I'm so
Yeah.
itching to record shit, man. Like, I'm bugging my friend to like, hey, how's it coming? But right now his laptop is broken, so like I've been like easing up. But as soon as he gets it, hey, how's it coming?
One of the solution is buy him a laptop. Try and buy a
Oh,
laptop.
I wonder why I didn't think of that. I'll just buy a laptop.
you're doing a you're doing some project that you can't talk about right now, and I just want to ask you um on the state of the OPM here in the Philippines. Some of the artists are complaining that some of the Filipinos didn't embrace it enough. You know what I mean?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I just want to ask you the state of the OPM in today's environment.
OPM is alive.
Exactly,
It is
but
alive and breathing. You just need to find it. It's out there.
exactly. But the point that I'm trying to make is, some of the artists are complaining about Filipinos didn't embrace the OPM that much. They're more on K-pop. They're more international. That kind of shit. But but my argument is, I don't know if it's kind of offensive to anyone, but make a goddamn music.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Just make music.
Cause why won't Filipino embrace OPM if your music sucks? You know what I mean? Because for a great example is mayonnaise is booming right now because of the job I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the point of that I'm trying to make, that OPM is alive and well, and
Mm.
then this upcoming artist is trashing uh, the OPM industry. Now, on your opinion, what do you think is the status of the OPM right now?
It is fucking alive. It is fucking amazing. If you just go out to your local bars, you go out to clubs, there are original Filipino artists performing their shit, and it is
True,
amazing.
true,
You just have to go out. Stop being
true.
fucking lazy.
Exactly. And the the reason why I I hate those kind of artists, because instead of supporting other artists, they trash the other artists. For example, the best example is for, I forget the son of Manny Pacquiao. The rapper one, not
Yeah.
the. Anyway, the his eldest is on its way on becoming one of the heart artists here in the Philippines. Now, um, some of the upcoming artists trashing him because they've been telling that the reason why that guy is booming because his dad is Manny Pacquiao. His dad has a lot of money, has a lot of connections, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't hear his music. His music is dope though.
It is. I haven't
Yeah,
heard it.
try it, man. Try
Okay.
it.
Let me take note of that to listen later.
I just forgot the name. I'm sorry. The son of Manny Pacquiao. We've been drinking it.
He probably hates that he's known
The
as.
son of Manny Pacquiao. I don't know. I don't know. So OPM
Yes.
is alive and well. Um, what do you think are the advantage of this young generation of artists like yourself? Because I've heard stories like the stories of Eraserheads, the stories of River Maya on the ton of shit that they went through on recording their
Mm-hmm.
first album. For this generation, I believe they have a lot of advantage
You do.
than the older ones.
You do.
So how can we sharpen that to really make OPM uh feels alive again?
Man, honestly, the biggest advantage that we as a generation have is first technology, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Um, if you have a laptop, if you have even people with phones, people use BandLab on their
Yeah,
phones. You can use GarageBand on your phone. It's just so accessible. But right, if you don't know how to use it, then you might have the thing, but it's gonna turn out as shit. So the second thing that we have as an advantage as a generation is the accessibility to knowledge. You can search shit on YouTube and learn how to mix. You can learn how to arrange. You can find hacks on how to tune your vocals, tune your hi-hats, tune a snap to sound dope. And it's really just putting in the effort and putting in the time, finding time to practice, putting in those 10,000 hours to get good at something.
true. I mean, there's also a Filipino artist. I really forgot his name. He wrote the I'm not Pinoy. I'm not uh frick, I forgot the lyrics. He wrote I'm not uh Tisoy, I'm Pinoy. You know that
Oh,
guy?
Easy Mill.
It's Easy Mail. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I totally blank his name. But he went to States
Yeah.
and he started his music career there. Now his music on is on NBA 2K right now. NBA 2K 23.
Mhm.
So have you do you have any plans to move out of the country?
I'm going to say no, and
That's
here's
good.
why.
Why?
Because the Filipino music scene is fucking amazing.
True. That is true though, because I think people are tend to listen on the negative stuff other than exploring other OPM artists right now,
Dude,
right
it's
there.
so good. If you
Yeah,
listen to Filipino rap, that flow is something that you don't find often in like it's not as natural in English rap.
true.
Like
That is true.
it's the sound of the language.
I even hate the mumbling rap. Yeah, that kind of thing. but but the what they don't understand is the meaning of the music of the OPM artist right now is so deep and
Yeah,
meaningful that it can help our mental
it
well-being.
is
You know what
so
I mean?
full of substance.
True.
Filipino music, we love our lyricism.
Exactly. Exactly. Because that's what I told you earlier that some artists started with a poem, then they
Yeah,
start
yeah,
on
yeah.
working on the melody and stuff. But the way we do music, we tend to uh get it from our heart, our emotion,
Mm, yes.
other than um thinking what's the trending word right now. You know what I mean? Like the trending word, let's say the trending word right now is buzz. So they can put buzz in every lyrics out there.
Yeah, man. The thing about doing that is that it does not age well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The perfect example of that is uh damn, I have so many music in my mind. Um you know,
When there's too many options and
yeah,
then
yeah,
you just
yeah.
don't know where.
Yeah, yeah. The music goes dun, 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 dun. I forgot it.
Is,
God damn.
is that like? I feel like that's from a commercial.
No, no,
The,
no, no.
the
Party Rock.
oh
That's
right,
the
yes.
song, Party Rock. So
I was
that
thinking of Six Flags.
anyway, Party Rock lasted I think only a year. It's just a one hit wonder. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the most perfect example on why OPM sticks longer than the international stuff that we like, because our music, our lyrics has a deeper meaning
Yeah, it
that has
stands
an
the
impact
test
in
of
us.
time.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm at a loss for words. But yeah, that's true though. Um, all of my friends, they take a lot of care. They put a lot of care into their music and their writing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend Lush. Shout out. Check
Hello.
check out his shit. He has a song called "Do You"
Mm-hmm.
out right now. He's got plans for other releases, but like man, his lyricism. He he says things like uh, "Loser said I can't, but I will" is what the winner said.
Damn.
Every time that long line comes up, it's like he's fucking right.
True.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
that shit makes me pumped,
Yeah.
ready to go.
That inspires you to do something about it. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, let's say the typical shit that we hear from the states is from what happened.
But that's a line that'll test stand the test of time.
True, but that but what I'm trying to say is, um, people or typical Filipino hates in music when they sexualize things, but they like international sounds that also
Sexualize
sexualize
things.
things. You know what I mean? Like for
Yes,
example,
yes.
Neo, one of the greatest R&B artists out there. They like their shit, but when Filipinos do it, it's kind of, it's not classy enough. Sorry for the word, but some of it,
Yeah, that's.
some of it say parang squatter.
I feel like some of it also comes from being a Catholic oriented country.
True,
Like maybe like we're not supposed to be sexy.
but they like that R&B
But
sound though.
we love it when other people do it.
See, exactly. You've you've created wrote some musics along the way. Um, have you ever wrote a music to someone else, like some young upcoming artist during your
How do you mean? How do you mean?
in your beginning years? For example, um, I'm an artist and I approach you like, can you write my music? That
So
kind of
have I
shit.
ever been approached
Mm-hmm.
to write music? I mean, technically yes, but I always turn it down because I've never had the confidence in myself to like I always feel like there's someone better than me, or
Really,
like I would just refer them to a friend.
really. But I've heard your stuff. I like your stuff. Like
I don't know,
you've
man.
sent
I hear that old shit and it's like, why the fuck did I think this was good?
during our college years. You've sent me a lot of master recordings, and s-
No,
I like some of it.
no,
I'm not saying all
no, they
of
were
it. I'm
bad.
saying some of it.
They were bad.
You know what I mean? But
They
can
were
you
bad.
can you can you still hear those master recording and say that shit, I've grown as a musician. It's a
Yeah,
wrong
I cringe so
songwriter
hard.
artist.
As someone like that wants to get better at things, right? That
Mm-hmm.
wants to be a better writer, that wants to be a better musician. If you listen to something that you've done in the past and you cringe, that's a good thing. You have to embrace that cringe because you know that you got better.
Sure, that is true.
your
That is
your
true.
ear for music has evolved. Your ear for arrangement for a melody has evolved, and that no longer sounds good.
Exactly. That's the point. I think people also underappreciate the value of documenting stuff. Like for example, if you want
That's
to,
true.
if you're a young artist right there, watching this podcast or even listening on YouTube and Spotify, what up? So some of the artists don't want to record things, or if they heard it and they feel like it's trash, they gonna delete it. I think
Yes,
that's fucking wrong, man. Because having a documentation of the stuff that you've
it's like a
done,
photo album.
yeah, you've seen your progression along the
You see
way.
your growth. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have like some songs, like let's say from 2 years ago,
Mm.
that I feel like the flow is shit now. That I thought was good, and like I have friends that will say, "No, it's good."
Yeah, I
But
might disagree with you on that because I've heard your master records. You've sent your master
stop
records
calling
to
them
me.
master records.
I'm gonna say master records
No.
because that's your star in the early days. When you get when you became a star in the near future, I'm gonna brag you to anybody that I know. You know Helen Grace, that guy's fucking great, man. During college, I should have kept her master recordings. I should have kept it.
I have it. I have it. I The reason I don't delete it is so that I can go back to it and be like, "Oh my god, this was so bad." But now I'm better.
True, true. No, I'm sorry about that. So, um, you're doing stuff right now that you can't talk about. Is it okay to talk about the team that you have right now? Especially
What
your
you want to know about my team, bro?
especially your manager, bro, because you've
Yo, shout
told
out
me
Hiraya.
one
Hiraya
of
the
Hiraya.
Oracle. Let's go.
So you've shown me Hiraya's work earlier
Mm-hmm.
before this podcast, and I would like to know that how does she help you progress in this stage of your career?
Oh, uh, her input is
Mm-hmm.
invaluable. Like, she'll tell me if the sound doesn't work for my voice. Like, she'll tell me if my flow is predictable, if my rhymes are predictable, if my lyrics, my flow is ass, if it's
Mm-hmm.
cheese, whatever. Like, I know she'll tell me, and so I'll bank on that. If she says it's good, I'll keep working at it until like I feel like it's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then apart from that, she's helping me manage like things like, let's say, photo shoots or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Um Managing my projects to make sure like I have a, let's say I need a set number of songs to
Mm-hmm.
pass to, uh let's say, a label or a club.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to crowd test before releasing, because I do
Mm-hmm.
want to crowd test before I release. So
Really?
yeah.
Is it, in my opinion, I think I've done this throughout my young career as entrepreneur. I truly believe on one of Steve Jobs' point of view that people don't know what they want until you show them what they want. That you know that
Mm.
that quote.
Yeah.
Now, the question that I want to ask is why why do you like to market test your music first before launching it? Because some of the artists don't do that. They don't
Hmm.
market test it. They don't uh, ask the feedback of the market. They just release it in the public.
One of the biggest things for me, why I feel like it's important to crowd test, is because this is the first time that I'm going to be performing my shit by myself. Because up until this point, I've always thought that I would be writing songs for other people. I never had like a confidence in my own voice.
Really?
Yeah, I never wanted to be a singer.
Really though?
Yeah, for real. But somehow with rap, because when you're writing rap, when you're writing hip hop, you're writing your truth.
Mm-hmm.
You're writing your story.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be messed up for me to like ask my friend Hiraya, "Hey, can you rap this for me?" It's like
True.
that's not her truth. That's mine.
True.
It's my shit to say, so I should say it.
So
So
who approached you? You or Hiraya?
um, we've always been friends, but I approached her.
So when did you get that push to be? You know what? I'm gonna be a rapper here in the Philippines.
That came from again my boy Lush and my girl Hiraya.
Okay.
Like they were there when I was starting with uh when I made the shift from like pop writing to hip hop
Mm-hmm.
or rap,
Mm-hmm.
and they said you can do it. So like I tried it and I liked it, so I kept doing it.
So when did
But
you? How long did you practice that? Or even experiment with that
it's
from transitioning from R&B to hip hop.
19, 20, 21. I guess 3 to 4 years now.
Really though,
Yeah.
I mean that's a great year span because people don't realize that when they transition, they want it quick. You know what I mean? They don't want to go to that process.
It has been a long, well, because again, like I want to practice things before
Mm-hmm.
I show it off, which is like going back to your other question, like why market test? I want to do the gigs. I want to do that so that I can get used to being in front of a crowd, so that I can learn for myself like what it's like to work a crowd, what it feels like to say my shit,
Mm-hmm.
what feels good, what feels natural to me, and that'll help me like figure out, okay, I want to release this one because I'm really comfortable with this sound. Um, and yeah.
Are there any works that we might want to expect?
hmm. I I don't know because I've done shit like I've experimented with some trap sounds. I've experimented with
He's fucking dope though.
I've experimented with
I can't wait people to
R
hear that,
and
man.
chill R&B shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And then uh I've experimented on top of Polyphia. Like I fucking love Polyphia. Prog rock,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, cuz I don't know if you know this, but they also work in some like hip hop prod
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
into their metal, and it's fucking dope.
Their music right now is so progressive, unlike the uh other metals in the past. I know that because my fiance loves metal and I freaking hate it. I'm sorry, my love, but I'm
Ah,
sorry, my love,
why
but
you hate it though?
because it's too loud, man. Damn that light. Anyway, having having listening to a metal rock,
You know what?
it freaking hurts my
No,
ears.
I feel like you just haven't found your flavor of metal.
Oh, I know, but it's kind of on the edge of goth punk. The perfect example is the My Chemical Romance. That shit is my shit,
Okay.
and that's
Okay.
the only thing
The
and my
only
fiance are at common at. And some other stuff like I'm sorry for the fans of this band, but like Incubus, I
Mhm.
freaking hate it. It's too loud. Um, I forgot the other one, so I'm off the hook that time. But
Okay.
for
Okay.
Incubus, it's so freaking loud, my guy. Even the drums.
Okay. Okay. Um maybe okay, so I am not a metalhead,
Yeah.
but my nephew is. Okay. So so maybe we could try you on some math rock. Maybe we could try you on some maybe we can start you off with someone like GABA. Have you heard of GABA?
No, No, I'm
Local
sorry though.
artist. Local artist, fucking amazing musician.
So I'm gonna check it out later.
Yeah. We support OPM.
Yeah, yes, sir.
OPM is alive, bitches.
I think the only metal that I have in mind, I don't know if they consider a metal band, but Kamikaze. Like
I think
their
that's just
shit's the
rock, but
bomb.
yes. But yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Even I don't know.
You like rock, but when you step into metal, you're like,
Yeah, that sort of thing.
mm.
Because the opening is, and I'm sorry for those who are listening on Spotify and YouTube. They growl like,
That can be done with taste.
nah,
It can
man,
be. It's possible.
no.
Okay? I'm blanking. There's too many options.
Exactly, exactly. That's the problem that I'm having. There's too many options of bands and musics out there that you can't really decide on which one. You
There's
know what I mean?
oh shoot. There's a term for that when you're like paralyzed by choice.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? Choice paralysis? Something like that?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So we have one comment. Yeah. So we have one comment. His
What's
name
up?
is Jason Dale Atienza Kiab. Passion for real. So we got one. All right.
Alright.
So going back, it's very difficult for me to embrace metal when there's a lot of growling and a lot of hard hitting drum rhythm out there. And that's the
Okay.
reason why I think that's the reason why that separates between me and my fiance because of the metal rock.
Okay. So you don't like growling.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, cause I vibe a lot with Polyphia. I feel like
That's the reason why I don't heard them. Or I
because
even didn't
they don't
heard them.
growl. It's instrumental, but
Mm-hmm.
they do have like songs where they change time signatures.
But they're different though because they're a metal progressive one. They're not the
Yeah,
old days that
but it's still prog
shouts.
metal,
True.
prog rock.
That is true.
If I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but
True. True. So I'm just wanna go back during our college days because we've
Mm,
talked bunch of music along the way. I think we talked about your music influence on Chester Bennington Lincoln Park. I know
yes,
it's very difficult for you to hear that, but to even hear the name of Chester.
it
But
still hurts. Okay,
true, true,
some losses you'll feel for the rest of your life.
true, true. So we talk about his impact on your music and the way he expresses himself
Yes,
through his music. Have you ever kind of wanna mix that thing?
like the sound.
Yeah.
Oh my
From
goodness,
yeah.
yes. I know you hate it, but Collision Course with Jay-Z. Oh my god, that shit's
Are you
dope.
talking about Numb?
There's Numb. Can I get it encore?
Yeah, that's the one song that I hate because they changed the tune of Numb. The
Though.
original one is perfect though. Why they have to go to Jay Z and say, "Hey Jay Z, you know, I think you're good in this part."
Dude,
You know what I mean?
it was. I'll agree with you that it was perfect as it is. With
Mm.
Jay Z, it's a different flavor of perfect.
Really though?
Yes, it is.
Mm, really though? But anyway,
But yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you're talking about my influence,
Mm.
the influence that Linkin Park has had on me
Mhm.
as a musician. With my music right now,
Mhm.
I fucking love song choruses, song hooks.
Mhm.
If you go to like something like Faint,
Yeah.
you know, you're familiar.
Yeah.
Um, anytime that there's rap with a song hook, those pop collaborations, you think of Eminem with Ed Sheeran. You
True.
think of or Eminem with Rihanna. I grew
True.
up with on karaoke. I would always put up "Love the Way You Lie." I would always
True.
put up Airplanes with B.O.B. and Haley Williams.
That's
And
a dope song though.
and that shit I fuck with. So when I'm writing, that's the type of thing that I want to emulate a lot of the time. Is having that those two voices, two tones to attacks. Uh so when I rap it's down here. And then when I sing yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So it feels like a collaboration with myself.
True, exactly. Exactly. Also, the point that I want to make too is um people, especially young artists right now, they don't like to emulate things because they think that it's not authentic
It's
enough.
not original.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But a lot of artists or established artists really get the inspiration from the music from the past, right?
Yeah,
So
like 80s music is coming back.
exactly, exactly though. So can you tell the audience or even your fellow upcoming artists that it is okay to don't that you don't have that original taste, but you can get inspiration from this bunch of musics that's from established artists.
You guys, it's always okay to get inspiration from other artists. Where else are you going to get it? I mean,
Exactly,
there's
exactly.
there's an entire world of inspiration,
Mm-hmm.
right? But as musicians, like a lot of it comes from discovery of
Exactly.
different sounds from different eras and different genres.
Exactly though.
So you listen to like a Juno keyboard like from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You can still use that. You listen to a chord progression that slaps, you can still use that chord progression, but you can make it your own. How do you want it to sound?
Yep.
When you change the tone of an instrument, it changes the whole song.
Exactly. I think young people have to know the boundaries of being um getting their melody and doing on your own because there's
Avoiding
a lot of
copyrights.
yeah, yeah, there's a lot of artists right there are getting in trouble because of that, because of the best example is I forgot the artist from the states who got filed with uh damn, I'm blanking. This
What was the issue?
so this young artist right here, she's a um she been alleged to copy the melodies
Mm-hmm.
from this couple of artists. Wait, wait. Sorry about that. So
It's cool.
what I'm trying to say is wait.
Maybe you should answer it and tell him, "Yo, we're live."
Nah, nah. He may get into it, but anyway, um I really forgot this girl's name. Damn,
It's okay.
my bad. But sh they alleged that she stole some of the melodies to previous artists. Really, really forgot that artist. God damn it! I think she got them. She got her first music from Taylor Swift. The other one is from Katy Perry.
That's
Then
an issue.
yeah, 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 yeah,
That's
yeah.
an issue.
That's why she's been under fire since 2020 because of that. Now, the point that I'm trying to make is, um, it's okay to get inspiration from, but there's also a boundary of getting the melody and try to put your lyrics on it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's not okay.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the. I think that's the misunderstanding why young artists um don't want to get inspiration from because they are scared of being accused of
There's a difference
yeah,
between taking inspiration from someone and copying it.
exactly, exactly my point.
You know, uh when I say like taking inspiration from a song, I'm thinking vibe. You feel that energy. That's something that you want to emulate, or um let's say something about the way that something sounds,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
That's something that you want to try to recreate, but not copy.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree.
Because if you're just copying, then you're not really an artist.
You're like I'm really blanking. Weird Al. You're becoming Weird Al. You know, Weird Al, right?
Yeah, but how do you mean?
Weird Al is putting the best melody out there and putting his own lyrics. Have you heard the songs of Weird Al?
No,
For those who
I
don't know Weird Al, it's Al Yankovic, I think.
yeah, Weird Al
Yeah,
Yankovic.
yeah.
So I am familiar with the name, but I am very like not n- uh, ignorant is the word I'm looking for.
I'm gonna show you later
Okay, okay.
how is it comparable. Anyway, um
That happens a lot. Like I've heard the name, but I don't actually know the thing.
me too actually. Me too actually.
It's just like it things that I hear about, but then I'm like I don't feel like checking.
Exactly. Um you didn't finish college, right?
Correct.
So what pushed you to left school permanently? Because
Accounting.
no, not
No.
not especially even in Mint they have accounting.
Yeah.
God damn, really?
In my course, because it's the course is music business management.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also a business course. So you need to take accounting.
Really?
Yep. There's also finance classes,
So I'm
management
blaming
classes.
accounting. So I'm blaming accounting.
I blame accounting.
The reason why I asked because a lot of a lot of young people out there has a different reason why they left school. Some
Mhm.
people left school because they have a obligation to take care of. They have
Yep.
they have um obligation to their family. With us, we're blessed enough to chase our own dreams, our own passion.
Yes. Yes.
What pushed you to go to the real world? Because in my story, I left college because I realized that I don't want to waste my time on something that isn't practical. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because in school they always talk about the theory of it, but not the practicality of it.
Yes. Yes.
So how can we learn as young people if we don't try it try
We
it in
don't
the real
practice.
world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than obviously accounting, what push you away from Mint?
Um. For me, it was because I still have a lot of gen ed subjects. So like I still have to take things like math. I still have to take things like science to get that
Ah.
piece of paper that says I finished this course.
Mm-hmm.
And every single second that I was in class, or let's say I was doing an assignment, I was thinking I should be writing. I should be trying to make beats. I should be working on mixing. And I couldn't shake that feeling so much that like it got in the way of me actually doing the assignments because I would do something else.
True.
So also there's some mental health stuff that I did, like I skipped classes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like the ultimate thing was why am I like your question before, why am I spending so much time on this when I could be doing that?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. After that, you stay in touch with your friends.
Yep.
I'm glad that we still stay in touch though,
Yeah,
because
here I am.
yeah,
Here we are.
because if we didn't stay in touch, maybe if you became a star, I used to know that girl. With that,
This will be up here forever.
True that.
You have proof.
through that. So
Maybe I'll be
with
back.
that, maybe man, maybe in a new studio, cross fingers. Maybe I have
Let's
my own Jamie.
go. Hell yeah.
Maybe I have my own Jamie. Like Jamie, put it up out there.
Yo, I'll be your Jamie. But you gotta pay me.
Yeah, I'm cheap as fuck, man. So maybe
You can pay me in food. I'll be a free lunch DJ.
All right. That's a good show. That's a good show. So you've stayed in touch with your friends. You've uh built projects with them. Have you ever have they approached you of saying na they want to collab with you? Like, I have the song in mind that I think you're perfect for this
Not yet.
for
It
this
hasn't
scope.
happened yet.
Not yet.
Not
But
yet.
soon though.
I mean, fingers crossed, I guess.
True. And you go.
Because I feel like the people that I consider friends, the people that I keep close to me, I feel like they're better than me in one way or another. Maybe it's in the craft. And yes, they are better rappers than I am. They are better writers than I am. So I want to like catch up. You feel?
Cash them up first before you collab or what?
I feel like I need to push myself to get better in order for them to be like, I like this girl's flow, and
Mm.
I think it would look good on a song, on one of my songs.
But I think that it goes back to what we talked about, that it is okay to have to know something and to know someone that is better than you on this aspect.
Mm.
Now, the reason that I say that, because a lot of young artists out there are afraid to ask questions. They're afraid to approach someone who's actually better in that aspect.
Nah, no, you
Uh,
can't be like that.
exactly. So, have you ever encountered that feeling, or if not, can you give an advice for that young artist?
Like being shy to ask.
Not maybe shy, or just really afraid to ask questions, because that's the separation of being successful to being not, is you're afraid to ask questions because you think you've set your mind into, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm good at until I die. You know what I mean? That kind of feeling.
Advice.
Because
If
you
you,
yeah, go.
I feel like if you allow yourself, if you allow you like, because I have friends that like they don't want to look stupid, and
Exactly.
that's the thing that's holding them back from growing. You know, if you allow that fear to be greater than your desire to grow, then you're never gonna grow. Growth takes some level of courage.
Also some balls to ask questions though.
Just ask the fucking question.
Right?
Just
Right?
ask the fucking question. You don't have anything to lose, really, by asking the question. Like, I mean, if you're religious, ask and you shall receive, right? Seek and ye shall find.
Yep.
You don't have anything to lose. You already don't know the answer.
Exactly. Exactly. Because people, I'm gonna put in my experience, okay? A
Yeah.
lot of people that wants to do podcasts, especially like this one, they're afraid to collab with other podcasters because they're too intimidated, because they feel like, oh my god, I don't have a good voice, I don't have a proper equipment.
Yo,
Now,
go
turning
ahead.
to your side,
Mm-hmm.
some of the artists feels like, I have a good lyrics, but I don't have a good voice. I don't have the equipment. I don't know anybody. You know what I mean? So
If you don't have a good voice, just work on your production skills to make up for it. You can always like make up for your lack
exactly,
of things by
mm-mm,
compensating for other things.
exactly. They're putting themselves in a stock mode. You know what I
A
mean?
lot of my demos, I T-pain my vocals. Like
What
cuz
do you mean T-Pain?
auto tune,
Oh.
very hard fast pitch correction.
Hmm.
Because I'm not always comfortable with my voice, but like we'll fix it in post.
A lot of artists right now are into that auto tune. I think they feel like, because of this artist who sing
You mean
uh
T-pain?
uh
You mean T-pain?
other than T-Pain, the guys who made Sexy Lady with the Pretty Brown Eyes and Annoying. You
I
don't
don't
know
know
that
it. I
song?
don't know.
God, That's new.
It's new.
No, I mean that's
I've kind
new,
of been in a bubble.
dude. It's been around 30 or 20 years ago already. I
Oh,
think 2006, 18 years. Yeah, I think
well, I've kind of always been in a bubble.
that's new because we always talk about this in our college days. And when I approach you on some tune, oh, I know that song. You know what I mean? I've
Was I
approached
like
you like
that?
that. Yeah, that's new. So, mm,
Well, I mean, part of that was that I was in Lasallian pop band. Shout out, batch
true.
17.
What up?
um, so I kind of had to like listen to pop shit for that time. But then after I left, it was like,
Okay,
I guess I'm back in my bubble.
that's the reason why.
Probably, probably.
So you're starting your career. Um, have you approached someone like a record label and show them to your demo or not yet?
Not yet, because I'm still working on demos.
I want to talk to you about that pala
What's up?
on making demos.
Mm.
Um, I've heard I've read from Rolling Stone that some artists or upcoming artists wrote demos like 15 songs before sending it to the
Yep.
labels. Why is that?
You want to show your range and your ability. So whatever the label likes, then they can say, write more of this. If you only have one style, then it's like it's either hit or miss. But if you have a plethora, if you have a library, right, they have things to choose from, and they
Mm-hmm.
can get an idea of how to market you. They can get an it just opens a lot of possibilities
Mm-hmm.
for like how they want your image to be, how they want your sound to be. So that's it. That's why.
I think it's kind of, I don't know. I'm talking up in a audience side, but I think that's kind of a overkill, don't you think?
No.
Because I'm thinking like if I'm gonna do 15 songs,
Yeah.
original 15 songs,
Yeah.
some of it may might burn me out real quick because I have to do this 15 song for a demo that that hasn't really
It just
given
keeps
me a
growing.
hope.
No, no, no. Because have you heard that story of an experiment being done where one group has to make quality products and then the other group just has to make a lot of them?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Quality comes with the quantity. The more you practice, the better you're going to get over time, right? So in a way it's the same thing. If you made 15 songs and you're still writing, the quality will get better over time. So just keep pushing, just keep writing. If you need a break, just take a fucking break. Get
True.
back at it when you're ready, or work on a different skill that still works in tandem with your goal, right?
True.
So those 15, maybe two are hits, maybe
Mhm.
three are hits, and that's what you're looking for. So yeah, it's one thing is to show your range, but then in that mix, how many of those could be singles for to promote your album? Because 15, that's gonna be an album already,
Exactly, right?
right?
But it's so daunting to think about because you've done this 15 songs and the record label maybe cut it into 5 in just one album, just 5. And some of the
Because
artists,
maybe those are the best that you got.
so that's the questions that's the next question I'm about to ask you is, do you have a final say in it, or if you
For
sign in
me,
a record label, no, if you sign a record label, they have the final say. I'm talking about the generality of it,
oh, for that I wouldn't know because I've never worked with a label.
but in your experience, I mean,
I don't have
no, no, no.
anything.
I mean, I mean the thing that you're doing right now, the project that you're doing right now. Do you have the final approval, or your manager has the final approval, or that your team has a final approval of it?
I get the final say.
That's good. I think that's more.
And that's also like the advantage of working with your friends
Mm-hmm.
is that like it starts and goes with you
And
and being independent.
there's something about working with your friends, because um I've worked with my two closest friends in college, Jaime and Harvey.
Mm.
We've started Asian Logistics together around 2021. Um, in your experience, I think more valuable in this industry. Are they brutally honest with you? Like, if in a record session you done poorly, they gonna
Oh hell
tell
yeah.
you. They gonna tell you,
Oh hell yeah.
Helen, you suck right now.
Well, it hasn't happened that like you suck. They'll go straight to how you can improve it. So
That's good. That's good.
like last time I was in a session, he's like I was rapping something and then he's like uh drop the register. So like make your voice lower. It's like okay, here. It's like lower, here, lower, here. Now pretend you're sleepy. It's like okay, that's it.
That's a great friend, because some
that's
of the
that's
friends.
my mentor Nino, Nino. Check him out.
Hey, what up? I mean, that's great. You have that kind of friend, because a lot of artists have this, let's say, wrong friends. They surround themselves
Hmm.
with fake friends that
Yeah,
if they do something, they kinda criticize him or her without even teaching her how to do it. Like, for example, they Nino teach you to lower your register, but some artists, some of their producers will say, "You kind of suck right now, so you want to take a break or something?" you know?
like you need to be picky with who you get feedback from because
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
you otherwise you're just getting criticism without the construction and you can't grow
Exactly.
from that.
Yeah.
So like yeah, for my friends they'll tell me you can find a better way to say that. You can be more creative. You can use a metaphor instead of just saying this is bad because that doesn't help me,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
But with constructive criticism, they need to have a level of mastery to be able to pinpoint where it's wrong or where it can be improved.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's something that you really have to just keep an eye out for.
Before we moving on to music, I would like to ask you, um,
I would
do you
like
have
to answer.
do you have any advice to young artists right now who is struggling on making their music? Because the reason why I asked this is a lot of Filipinos is a great singer and a great uh
Yeah.
composer. The
Yes.
problem is their surround system, their support system isn't there. Um, and they have this bunch of obligations that they have to obligate. I think, how can we advise them, or how can you advise them to pursue something that they want to do? It's a
Well,
difficult and
here's
it's a far stretch, but
here's the
mm,
thing. Like not everyone is blessed with the same amount of energy, the same amount of time. Because, like you said, there are people that have family obligations. They have to work a job. They have to work two jobs and then take care of their family, take care of someone after that. So not everyone is like it. You can't just say, you have to make time for it. It's a grind,
yeah,
because you don't have the physical capacity or the energy to do everything.
Exactly.
Like there's going to come a sacrifice that not everyone can afford.
Exactly.
So I don't have advice for that.
You don't have like encouraging words. No, I mean.
You can do it. No, no. But like,
Believe me, guys, that's the best advice that you can get. Just joking, just joking. You can do it.
because it comes to, I guess, down to like how bad you fucking want it.
Exactly, yeah.
And there, but then I'm also conflicted because there are other times that like you want it, but life gets in the fucking way.
Yep.
So whatever, I guess like whatever time that you have to spare, spend it on w- like spend it on that, spend it on your music,
Mm-hmm.
make friends,
Exactly,
network.
yeah. Networking is very important.
Networking
People,
is so
yeah.
important.
The the only pet peeve that I have when we talk about networking is because of this um pyramid scheme. I fucking
Oh
hate
my
those. So
god, how many times in my life?
exactly, exactly. And people don't realize that.
That makes me want to drink.
Cheers to that, my guy. Cheers to that.
Fuck pyramid.
Back pyramid scheme. Anyway, the reason why networking has become so stigmatized is because of pyramid scheme. But people don't realize that making friends,
Mm,
making connections,
yes.
can help
Amen.
them propel in their goals. You know what I mean?
Hell
Because
yeah.
if you have this pragmatistic pragmatistic mindset that you are a scammer, I don't like to talk to you,
Yeah.
you won't reach your goals. You become this pragmatic people that a lot of people don't want to be around with you
Mm-hmm.
because of that all that negativity. With that being said, how can we um change that mindset? How can we, you know, um help them uh grow with that shell? Because I have
Huh.
my opinion in mind. I just want to hear about yours.
Because I would say stop being so pessimistic, but the question is how?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which changes the answer a little bit. How do you become how do you become less pessimistic of people?
How can you come up with that negative shell that you put yourself in?
I don't know. How would you do it?
Well, in my case, I I started podcast because I want to talk to people like you, people that are interesting.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
my god, I'm interesting.
oh my god. So, the only thing that might separate the two is if if you have this pessimistic mind, I think you have to start small. For starters, appreciate what you have. For example, let's say you're not that that privileged, but you still have your family. Your family is very supportive of you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think starting a little gratification or appreciation with them, saying, "I'm so blessed that I have a family like this." That's small steps, so it can lead to
Okay.
another step, and
I
another
guess
step.
I guess yeah, one thing would be to practice mindfulness
Mm-hmm.
and then practicing like uh realizing the thing that you do have, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
said. I was reminded of this business guy on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook Reels, Gary V. Not Mr. Pure Energy,
God damn,
but
Gary. So people with context, Gary V is not Gary Valenciano. It's Gary Vaynerchuk. I
something
think
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That guy curses a lot. God damn. He
But
says
God,
fuck
he's
all
a
the time.
fucking light to this world.
True. True.
And one of the advice that he gives is like changing your fucking algorithm, like changing the content that you consume by simply going to the search, uh looking for positive shit that you want to have in your feed, and
Mm-hmm.
then following 50 fucking accounts. That'll change your whole fucking algorithm. And like I feel like doing that, changing the content that you consume, will facilitate a more positive, uh optimistic mindset, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, you'll see that there is hope and faith in humanity, right?
Yep. Yep.
You'll see that there's faith in humanity, and over time, I guess, you'll start to come out of your shell,
Yep.
be more a little more comfortable. I guess my advice would just to be courageous. Have that courage. Sack up, throw some
Suck up.
balls,
Yes, sir.
ask
Yes,
the
sir.
question,
Yes, sir.
and talk to fucking people. Make fucking friends.
Exactly.
Not everyone is as terrible as you think and assume that they are.
Exactly.
Stop putting words in people's mouths.
And I think one of the best way, or one of the best ways is, um, start within. I mean, it's so fucking cliche, but
Mm-hmm.
it's so impactful that when you start thinking about doing something that you know that it's gonna be better to you, do it, other than um listening to the negative environment, because a lot of people, uh especially, um
I'm sorry. I'm
that's
getting
fine,
chips
that's
on your
fine.
crack.
That's fine. Not a lot of people have that supporting system, and when they became when they become older, they gradually, um holding it to the people that, that surrounds them. They
Mm,
gonna
yeah.
start blaming that. They're gonna start blaming that.
That regret turns into resentment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That this is the environment that I grew up to, so I have no choice to do it. I
Mm.
mean, it's so for me, it's so uh ignorant and arrogant to say it, because I don't experience
You
that
don't
kind of
have that
environment. Yeah, yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah. But on the person who is on the other side that wants to grow, people might want to hear that. People might to get inspired by that, because life is fucking hard, man. Life is all about dollars, and pesos, and that sort of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very difficult to shift to your passion without really, um having that
I changed my
cha-ching.
mind. I do have advice.
Go.
Hold on.
That's
Because
a
they're
great advice.
because
That's
fuck
a
you.
great advice.
Yeah.
That's a great
No,
advice, my guy.
no, cause sometimes life really does fucking get in the way,
Mm-hmm.
and you just don't have that energy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have that time. You don't have those resources. But if you hang on to it, sometime or another, life will give you some slack,
Mm-hmm.
and you will have that opportunity. You will have that chance to be able to put time into your passion, to chase that thing that you want, to do the thing that you want. So just hang on to it.
Yup. That's a great advice, my guy. So I want to talk about your tattoos.
Ah,
I
yes.
know the audience on this Facebook Live can see it, and for those who are watching on YouTube and listening to Spotify, you might can see this, but that's a freaking badass tattoo, man.
Thanks, my guy.
Who
It's so
who's your
booty.
artist?
His name is Dado from Needle Z in Makati.
That's cool, bro. So
They also do piercings, by the way.
the typical question that I have is, what your parents think of it?
My dad is super chill. He doesn't comment or anything. Once in a while, though, my mom will be like, "Hey, why did you do that to your skin?" And it's like, cause I liked it.
It's so typical. The typical mom. I love it. I love it.
Like when I first got it, because
Mm.
my mom was in the U.S., so
Uh,
all I had to do was hold the camera on the side that had the tattoo, and she wouldn't fucking see it.
That's freaking smart, bro.
Otherwise, like I'd put on like a jacket or put on a long sleeve. She'd be
Mm.
like, "Why are you wearing that?" I'm like, "Cause I'm cold." The baby wants to have the AC on all the time, so it's kind of cold right now.
But after she saw it, she got mad.
No, she wasn't allowed to get mad. Because it's
Really?
already there. There's nothing to get mad about. This money was already spent. It's already on my skin.
How long does it take to put
Okay,
that?
so this on the you say the outside forearm was 6 to 7 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad that your body took it well,
And then
very well.
so this circle, that was the first tattoo that I got. And that
Mhm.
was to actually cover up scars
Mhm.
from my depressed days
Mhm.
where I would self harm.
Mhm.
And so I got that to cover it up. And then during the pandemic, I'm like, I want to get a full sleeve. And so that took the rest of it around and then on the bottom of the inside forearm. That took about 5, 6 hours.
Wow. So total of around 20 hours total time or 15
Mm,
hours.
7 plus 6 is
Yeah.
13. And then I did have a touch up because my artist wasn't satisfied with the contrast in the outside forearm.
Mhm.
So that was another 3 or 4 hours, I think. So 7, 10, 15, 15,
Yeah,
16.
15 hours.
Yeah, total.
So what inspired you to get the tattoo? That
Um
specific design.
so the first tattoo that I have, it's the Blue Lantern symbol. It's hella geeky. It's
Yeah.
from the Green Lantern series.
Can I ask before we continue?
Yeah.
Is that the Green Lantern version of Ryan Reynolds?
Fuck you.
Go on. That's the reason I asked.
It's Hal Jordan.
Okay, for the people who don't know, um, Ryan Reynolds' version of Green Lantern sucks. It sucks so hard that even Ryan Reynolds make fun of it. Go on, go on.
But that's why we fucking love Ryan Reynolds,
True.
right?
I'm glad that isn't in MCU already. I'm so glad.
Dude, that's a different universe.
No, Ryan Reynolds is playing Deadpool right now,
Oh,
and Deadpool is in
that's what you're talking
MCU.
about. That's what you're talking about. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was thinking like you thought Green
Green
Lantern.
Lantern is
Like no, that's
nah.
DC, bro. That's a
Yeah,
different
yeah, yeah,
universe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So sorry. Go on, go on.
What was the question? Why did I get the
Yeah,
tattoos?
that specific
Uh, well,
design.
the Blue Lantern symbol. So for those of you that listening, watching, we where did that come from? Oh my God, Emperador.
Yes, sir.
So in the Green Lantern series, uh, there are rings of power,
Mm-hmm.
and to use the ring, there are different colors of rings, and each one is powered and fueled by manipulating a certain emotion. The Green Lanterns are the lanterns of will, so they use their ring by manipulating and like really honing in on their power of will. The Yellow Lanterns manipulate fear. Red Lanterns manipulate rage. Blue Lanterns are the lanterns of hope. And at that time of my life where I was severely depressed and suicidal, I thought it was a beautiful thing that uh, hope, blue lanterns, are some of the weakest lanterns on their own. But as soon as they're in the presence of a green lantern, they immediately become one of the strongest and most powerful. And the entire meta of that um story, when hope and when you have hope and you have will combined, you can endure anything. You can endure rage, you can endure fear.
Yep.
And so that was like I found a lot of um the blue lantern symbol just resonated with me. During COVID, during the pandemic, I decided I just want my arm tattooed, and I thought, okay, I'll just keep with the Green Lantern theme, and I'll get Necron on my outside forearm because I think it looks badass.
Looks really badass, man. Can I tell you a story? So when I got
What's up?
my tattoo right here, so
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
shown you
You
already.
showed me.
So I'm gonna. It's too bad that I'm wearing a turtleneck. So
Just
the,
take off the
the
turtleneck.
no man, I like my I like my Steve Jobs attire right now.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, um, when I got my first tattoo, so the meaning of my tattoo is two uh how do you call this, two pointy, two
Two.
points that separate left and right.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that, and then 20, I put 20 inside of it. The
Mm-hmm.
meaning of it is because that's 2020, so I got my tattoo on January of 2020. So I thought that the year 2020 is my year.
You thought. That's what you thought.
That's what I thought. So I got that too because I'm so confident because that that's January of
Mm-hmm.
2020. So
It's just starting.
yeah. So when my mom saw it, he got hella mad, man. He got
Yep.
he got he pinched me at my side, and she said, "Why did you put that ink on your pretty skin?"
That sounds familiar.
Then I said, "It's fine. It's normal. I
Yeah.
like it."
Yeah.
But he still pinched me so long. It leaves a mark in my side abdomen. So that went by. Kobe passed away, 26.
Oh my god, you're right. Rip.
So w- w- when I heard Kobe died, I look at my tattoo. God damn it!
Fuck! I thought this was gonna be my year.
Yes, sir. So that went. Here's another story. March.
Oh no.
Before I totally stopped going to college, I went Manila Titana and Pasay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm I'm still confident. Kobe pass. I can move past this. This is just a challenge. Cool. I have this Mamba mentality in me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
March came. I heard I heard on March 1 that there's been a pandemic in China and they're locking down. I said to myself, let's not go into the Philippines. Let's not go into the Philippines.
I love how blissful you were.
Yeah,
How ignorant you were.
yeah. So March 15 came when they announced we're going to suspend all activities just for 1 week. I said to myself, God, I need this break. I'm so thankful. I need this break.
Okay.
1 week passed by. They extended to a whole year. I look at my form again. God damn it!
Yes.
That's why I messaged you late that year that, dude, I like your tattoo. Where can I get one?
Oh
I
my
wanna cover
God.
this shit up.
Do you still want to cover it up?
Yeah, man.
I don't think you should, man.
Why?
Because you remember how we were talking about cringe earlier? I
That's a
think
total cringe.
I feel like that's such a good fucking story. Say it in the comments. Like, keep the tattoo. Don't cover it.
I fucking hate it.
Dude, that's such a great story, though.
No, it's
Keep it.
not.
It is.
It gives me the chill every time I think about it. The
Look at us. We're laughing about it now. Do you want to lose that?
true. I might change my mind because I have a design on mine. Uh, the design from Harry Potter, the Deadly Hallows sign.
Oh,
I
yes.
want to get that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking ways how to cover it up. Yeah.
I mean, Deathly Hollows is just a triangle, a circle, and a line.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, how can I cover the shit. That's why.
Honestly, like you go to any uh tattoo artist, they'll be like, I could cover it up.
I'm scared that they might cover my whole shoulders.
Yeah, because it's going to be bigger and it's gonna be more detailed.
Yeah, that's what I'm scared of.
It's here, right?
It's not.
Like
It's
in
not the.
on
I'm not
the
scared of the
bicep.
pain. I'm scared of the pain of my mom.
The pain of your mom or the pain from your mom?
From my mom. Before we end this, we've talked about your uh career, your beginnings of your career, how you started doing music and all of the stuff. Um, I want to tackle before we end this. I want to tackle briefly tackle the mental wellness part because
Mm,
a lot of Filipinos are can't afford doing going to the therapist.
yeah, yeah. It gets
And
expensive.
yeah, so it's so hella expensive. um what are the holding words that we can give them to give them hope, to give them that slim of uh light of the end of the tunnel, to hold on and um stay strong through all of them shit, because it's easier to talk about, especially when we both experience it,
Yeah,
but during our downtimes, so fucking hard to even listen to someone who's giving you this positivity. But at the end of it, I realized that they helped me a lot, especially with my fiance. So
mm.
for those
Congratulations, by the way.
thank you so much, my guy. So for those who are listening right now, who is still
Where's your ring?
struggling, I don't have a ring. My fiance has a ring.
Oh, right,
Dude,
right.
we're not married.
Yeah,
We're not married, my guy.
yeah, right. Sorry, sorry.
That's Emperor talking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, the booze talking.
Anyway, what's the best words that we can give them to hold on?
Hmm. Thank you. um, sometimes it takes time before things get better, but you do have it in you to hold on until it gets easier. Cause this shit, it comes in waves,
Yep.
and you might feel pushed down under. You might feel like you're drowning, but you have the breath in you to hold on. And if you just have faith in yourself and remember that you can lean into people, don't let yourself come up with answers for them that they don't care, that you're a burden. You know, you can lean into your friends, you can lean into your family if you feel like you're drowning, but you do have it in you to hold on, because it does get better. That wave does subside, and you will come up for air.
That's one of the wise words that you come up with. Thank you
When
so
you're
much,
drunk,
my guy. That's too dangerous, bro. That's too
just a
dangerous.
little bit, just a little bit.
So with that being said, thank you so much, my guy,
Thank you for
for
having
coming to the
me.
podcast,
Yeah, it was
and
fun.
looking forward for the next interview that you became a star. I wanna have a autograph when you became a star.
We'll have the before and then the after.
Yeah. And I wanna keep that master record so I can brag to my friends and cousins, to my families, that
Stop calling the master records. That's
that
cringe.
you became a star, performing in Araneta, performing in Samoa. You know that guy. You know that guy. That's my friend. I got the master records.
Yo,
You want them?
once this shit's gonna blow up like Joe Rogan. I'm gonna be
Hopefully
like,
so.
that's my friend. I was on his show once.
Let's go. And that's really the goal. And to have my own Jamie. Like, for example, you wanna like earlier we're struggling some artists. Jamie, pull it up the guy who wrote na 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 na.
With the shoulders.
Yeah. Na, 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 na. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. For those who are listening right now on YouTube and Spotify, thank you so much. With that being said, peace out, people.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level. They think that work is too stressful, I think that work is essential. The grind is all in your mental, and I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I had no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense.